Every day, something dramatic happens in the Caribbean that affects our lives. We'll give you the details. We'll give you the facts on Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick. Here's Eddie Frederick.
Welcome to Caribbean Perspective. So glad you can join us. The story that takes the lead in today's edition for Wednesday, 23rd October 2024, and brought to you in association with our friends at Antillean Group. UWI graduates encouraged to think globally. Details after this important message.
Believe in our strength, we'll stand by you. Protection from all, perils big and small. Reassurance we give, it's so glad to see. Peace of mind, that's our service guarantee. We look after all our family. Yes, we do at every opportunity.
Antillean Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.
Welcome back. Graduating students of the University of the West Indies Keyville campus have been encouraged to think globally. That was the message from Chancellor Dr. the Most Honorable Doddridge Miller as he addressed the first of two graduation ceremonies for a total of 1,346 students. Rachel Agard of CBC News has more.
For these hundreds of students, their years of perseverance and hard work paid off with their successful completion of first or second degrees. Joining them for the occasion were several outstanding Barbadians on whom honorary degrees were conferred. They included cultural practitioner, the Most Honorable Elton Dighton Ilombe Motley, who was conferred an honorary Doctor of Letters, and Sir Trevor Hassel, who received an honorary Doctor of Science degree. Addressing the graduating students, Chancellor Dr. the Most Honorable Doddridge Miller, donning new university regalia, told them to view the world as a global space.
The UWI, even with its limited resources, cannot afford to view the world only as a local or regional construct. To do so will fail its graduate and fail the region. We must continue to engage the world and participate in important research and conversations on matters of global consequence. By doing so, we will continue to produce graduates with an academic competence and the critical thinking and strategic thinking to operate in any environment of their choosing. You, the members of the graduating class of 2024, are the beneficiaries of this global thinking.
Sir Trevor, in his address, urged the graduates to learn the stories of the Caribbean heroes to support them in the next phase of their journey.
I encourage you, graduates, to continue to be true to the university's mission, being critical thinkers, positively transforming the Caribbean. Naturally, there are many ways in which you can do so, but perhaps none more so than by becoming more familiar with the stories of those whose shoulders you stand on, and those who continue to support you.
And valedictorian Timothy Roper encouraged his peers to make a difference, noting the Commonwealth Caribbean is in desperate need of political and legal independence.
Our graduates in the Faculty of Law must implore our respective countries to follow in the footsteps of Barbados and Guyana, who have both taken the doubly bold step of becoming republics and adopting the Caribbean Court of Justice as their final appellate court. Yet, as we stand on the threshold of our futures, we must also recognize that the issues we face are multi-dimensional and deeply interwoven and interconnected.
Another group of students graduated at 5 this evening. Rachel Agard, CBC News.
A suspended police officer is being hailed as a hero for confronting the bandits who attempted to rob a grocery store on Saturday night in Trinidad and Tobago. But in the aftermath of the brazen attack in which he lost his life, Arima residents are grappling with the effect rampant crime and brazen criminals are having on their community. CNC3's Shane Superville visited Alston Road, Arima, for this story.
Seeing a man with his head open on the ground, that should faze me, that I should feel like I need therapy, but I don't, because it's a regular thing now in the nation we live in.
An otherwise uneventful Saturday night ended in death for an off-duty policeman who was murdered while defending his Arima workplace from gunmen. Police at PC Sheldon Peterson was sitting outside the Awesome Food and Drink supermarket on Olton Road at around 7:30 p.m. when gunmen in a beige Nissan Almera drove onto the compound. Peterson struggled with the attackers and was able to fire a shot from his licensed pistol before being gunned down. 2 other bystanders were shot during the fracas and taken to hospital. CNC3 News visited the neighborhood on Sunday and spoke with a resident who assisted one of the wounded men. The resident said that Peterson worked as a security guard at the supermarket and gained popularity as being a friendly part of the community.
He had a heart and he used to treat people real nice, my brother. He was a really good fella. I could say that. I could say to me and in our community, he treat me real good. And he never showed no bad face.
While in the neighborhood on Sunday, officers of the Region 2 Homicide Bureau were observed visiting the scene as part of their inquiries. Head of the Police Social Welfare Association, Acting ASP Gideon Dixon, says Peterson's actions were heroic. He also said that while he could not say if Peterson was moonlighting as security at the grocery, the issue of officers providing security services to businesses was part of a bigger issue.
Why would he want to engage in other activities when it clearly says that we shouldn't be engaging in other activities unless authorized to do so? But why would he want to? Let's look at that critically, and then we could start the discussion from there moving forward.
Dixon added that his association, together with Crime Stoppers, would be issuing a reward for anyone with information leading to the arrest of Peterson's killers and urged the public to come forward and speak out against crime. 8 hours after PC Peterson's death, the wholesale and retail store where he would have spent his last moments remains closed as a sense of fear and unease lingers over the Arima community. His death unfortunately stands as an unsettling reminder that anyone can be a victim. Shane Superville, CNC3 News.
You're listening to Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick,
in association with our friends at
Antillean Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.
The hurricane season is now upon us, so we as Caribbean people need to remember to think safety and be prepared. Avoid venturing outside during a storm or hurricane, especially if there are strong winds. Rooftops and other debris are often blown about and can cause great damage.
The Bahamas' Commissioner of Police Clayton Fernanda revealed on Friday last that car theft was increasing in the country.
Meantime, police officials seeing an uptick in car thefts. Commissioner of Police Clayton Fernandez says officers are closely monitoring this disturbing trend. He's sending this appeal.
All categories of crime is down, with the exception of homicide and stolen vehicle. And we believe that the stolen vehicle is up because they are being used in commission of a number of these serious crimes. And the vehicles of choice that continue to be stolen, the Kia Jeeps and all the Japanese vehicles, the Cube, the Note, and the Honda Fit, all of the Japanese vehicles that are being used in the commission of these serious crime.
At the beginning of a speech in her address at the Barbados Labour Party's 85th annual conference, Prime Minister of Barbados Mia Mottley invited the party to observe a minute's silence for the late BLP stalwart Sir Henry Ford, who died on the 15th of October at the age of 91. Prime Minister Mottley recalls how Sir Henry selflessly stepped aside to allow the late Prime Minister Professor the Right Honourable Owen Arthur to lead the party. She said there was no denigrating of the young hopefuls in the party back then and no other time.
Those who served in Tom's cabinet who were the subject of defeat were not vilified, and there was equally no denigrating of the young hopefuls
who we need to build this country and who we have a duty to pass on knowledge, values, norms, and behavior to while mentoring them day in, day out. There was no tearing of the party into warring factions focused on blood. Henry and the Labour Party that he led, just as it does today, made their priority the service to the country.
St. Kitts and Nevis' Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew outlined 7 initiatives that will be funded from the country's Citizenship by Investment program and will transform the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. Andre Huey of SKN Newsline reports.
The Prime Minister announced these 7 transformative projects during a national address on Thursday, October 17th, where he provided the nation with an update on the CBI program.
Let me introduce you to some of these transformative projects. The new JNF Climate Smart General Hospital at Camps, funded by the Republic of China, Taiwan. Work is steadily progressing on this hospital. It will be hurricane resistant, modern, and powered by renewable energy. It is also set to become one of the leading hospitals in the Caribbean in setting and service. So I invite our healthcare professionals at home and abroad to help us bring this vision to life. The new Bastia High School at Victoria Road, Bastia, funded by CBI. The school will be a world-class educational institution, and we expect construction to start by the second quarter of 2020. The Smart Homes Initiative, funded by CIBC Caribbean. This initiative will bring hundreds of homes to our people, with 90% of the construction workforce being local. Construction will begin with at least 100 hurricane-resistant homes by the end of 2024.
The Bastia desalination plant, agricultural initiatives, and geothermal energy projects were among the initiatives that the Prime Minister touted.
This critical project, in the final pre-construction stages, will provide fresh, consistent water to our people by the third quarter of 2025. When construction begins by the end of this year, it will also create numerous construction jobs and permanent positions for plant workers when it opens next year. The Needmust Power Plant expansion, funded by the Saudi Fund for Development. This project will strengthen our electrical grid by installing modern, fuel-efficient power generators, ensuring a stable energy supply for homes and businesses alike. Our agricultural sector is also undergoing a transformation as we seek to reduce our dependency on imports and empower our local farmers. In this regard, we have partnered with Tabasco to provide our farmers with an unprecedented opportunity to cultivate high-quality peppers for export. Your government has secured the necessary equipment and location to support this initiative, ensuring that our farmers can benefit from this lucrative global market. Beyond these major projects, we are committed to further diversification through a series of high-impact developments. Geothermal energy. The federal government and the Nevis Island Administration are advancing negotiations with 2 major investors to finally bring our geothermal energy potential to life. This could become a game changer for our federation's energy independence and resilience. The reinvigoration of Kitishan Hill. Our administration is actively courting investors to bring Kitishan Hill to full life, offering new opportunities for tourism and community development. Christophe Harbour redevelopment. We are in discussions with the new investors who will inject capital into Christophe Harbour, enhancing our high-end tourism offerings, particularly in yachting, and creating significant employment opportunities. The Prime Creative Arts Center. This iconic facility at Half Moon Heights will be a historic hub for creative and artistic expression, providing a platform for our artists and fostering cultural pride.
The Prime Minister said that previously the country relied heavily on the CBI program, with some 60 to 70% of federal revenue coming through the program. He has since vowed to reduce the country's dependence on the CBI program by diversifying the economy. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.
I am Eddie Frederick. This has been Caribbean Perspective, a whole new approach to highlighting developments in the Caribbean.
In the meantime, please follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel for daily regional news and more, in association with our friends at Antillian Group.
Believe in our strength, we'll stand by you. Protection from all perils, big and small. Reassurance we give, it's so glad to see. Peace of mind, that's our service guarantee. We look after all our family. Yes, we do at every opportunity.
Antillian Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.